Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little lovelies. I hope that we're feeling the love and continue to feel the love, my little honey bunnies. Now then, so what's the time, Mr. Wolf? So the time is 20 to 12 in our morning, my delicious babies, on the 11th of July 2026. And yes, the sun is shining, weather is sweet, yeah, make you wanna move. Okay, get your dancing shoes. I just make words up as I go along, my delicious babies. Anyway, oh, it's so beautiful and delicious out there. It really, really is. So, of course, I'm going to be putting my bikini top on as soon as I finish my video to you all, my little delicious babies that you all are. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, that life is treating you most deliciously and that you too, bless you, have got beautiful weather as well, okay? Now they know, so I haven't sat outside because I couldn't be bothered to go and take the camera bit and everything, okay, outside. Not only that, but sometimes, like with the sun, you cannot see properly. Right, well, I did a video yesterday, my delicious little babies. Now, I feel that what I did, I ballsed up because I put up some little shorter videos as well. There we go. Well, I never balls that up. I did that for the reason why I did it. But my video from yesterday, was it morning, was taking forever to load up. Okay, my delicious babies. So this morning came. It told me that my video. Sorry, excuse me, my delicious baby just got a frog in the throat. Something must be happening in France. Anyway, get back to matter in hand. So it told me that basically my video had failed. Now, what was even worse about this, my delicious babies, because what I tried to do is keep the videos there until it's fully uploaded. Okay? Now, whatever happens, I certainly cannot remember deleting my video. Like on my camera now to you, my delicious babies, okay? So for whatever happened, but because I had some other ones, I probably it could have been that. I just accidentally, well, I do not remember doing it anyway. No, I wasn't pie-eyed. Okay, my delicious babies, I just couldn't remember because I had some other little ones, do you see? Anyway, so now I've got to bloody do it all over again. But of course, I've got things to add on. So because I wasn't going to do a video today, my delicious babies, I've got to get my vacuum done, I've got to get my mopping done, a woman's work is never done. Well, in some cases, I suppose a man's work is never done, is it, my delicious babies? Now, I've got a number of things that I want to say, things and things to wear. So, firstly, I'm going to have to advertise my videos again from yesterday, my delicious babies, because the way I see it is, I cannot see that anybody would have been able to view my video unless I've got this completely incorrect. So now I'm going to start it all over again. I've got to try and remember everything that I bloody damn well said yesterday, my delicious babies, and that's a mission in itself anyway. But, so, right, okay, what I want to discuss is, I've heard about, what's her name, Anne Whitcomb. That's rather strange, isn't it, my delicious babies? And you got the age 78, so she was 78. So 7 and 8 is 15, isn't it, my delicious babies? Oh, look at that, I can add up. That makes a refreshing change, doesn't it, my delicious babies? Anyway, that comes to 6, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm just saying. Devon is another part, isn't it? Another part of England, my delicious babies, can. Just seems very strange to myself now. I've only glanced. I haven't actually clicked on the videos, my delicious babies. But so what has happened so far? I mean, please do not quote me. As somebody, what, did they arrest somebody or something, then they've let them go or something like this? I'm not too sure. So what's going on with this? And who would have thought, if this is supposedly supposed to have happened, and that's not me being disrespectful, I'm just saying, these days, we cannot trust anything, my delicious babies. That's not me being a bitch, I'm just saying it the way it is. Just seems very odd to myself. I mean, who would have thought in a million years that somebody would want to murder Anne Whitcomb? Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? I mean, this is what I'm saying. So, I'm mentioning it now, my delicious babies, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too sure about this. Okay? That's just my thoughts. Call me suspicious. But yes, I'd rather, there we are, be suspicious. Okay? Just seems all very odd to myself, doesn't it? My delicious babies, that's all I'm saying. So once again, it's not that I'm a bitch because I'm not. Anyway, my delicious babies, so what I've got here, so I'm trying different oils. Oh, this is what I've got to tell you, my delicious babies. So I've had my delivery today, okay? Simply because, simple things, I get much better cream and, things like this so I can make my cakes. So this week is going to be lemon cake, okay, my delicious. I wish you could have some, I will make a lemon cake for somebody one day, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy my lemon cake, okay? Now then, my delicious babies, well, your man there now, bless him, because, bless him. I mean, they do not get paid, a lot of kaching, you know what I mean? Like to work hourly, to come and deliver your shopping, my delicious babies. Anyway, uh, so he turned round and he said that, what's happened? So they've ran out. This is in Waitrose, my delicious babies. Apparently they've ran out. Listen to this one, I tell you, of Rice Krispies. Now somebody had said to somebody else, apparently, had said the Waitrose has run out of Rice Krispies. I said yes. So they ran out of the Rice Krispies, the Kellogg's, the Kellogg's. Which I did ask the driver. I said, yes, Kellogg's. I said, you need to, research a bit of that. You know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, but also their own make. Okay, my delicious babies. So, I mean, if you look at any supermarket, my delicious babies, what do we see? No end of cornflakes, porridge. Well, actually, porridge is exceptionally good for yourself, my delicious babies. It's all about maples. Okay, my delicious babies, I'll mention that in a moment. But the point is, my delicious babies, is this. You see aisles and aisles of, cereals, sugar puffs, what was that other one? Crunchy nut. What them other one? Shreddies. It goes on and on. Do you know what I mean? So how can a shop of such a supposedly high standard, mind you, I suppose others will argue this, how can it run out of Kellogg's Rice Krispies or their own make? Waitrose own, just got an itchy nose. Anyway, oh, sorry, excuse me, my delicious baby. So now I'm going through trying different olive oils. So this is the latest one. So this is Waitrose Greek extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so when you smell it, now what it's saying, my delicious baby, is made with, and now look what it says, 100 down here. See it? 100%. That's what it says, my delicious babies. 100% Greek olives. Okay? It's not got a bad smell. Not like that other flipping oil that I bought months ago. That came in a bottle like this as well, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? But that one smelled to something else. This one here, it sort of smells a bit fruity. It's got a nice smell to it. Okay, so let's just see. Did it say the okay. Producer Greece, packed in Spain for Waitrose Limited, Bracknell, Berkshire. Okay. Right, okay, it says here, we are committed to bringing you the best quality. Should you not be happy with this product, please bring the package back to any Waitrose and partner shop and we'll replace your item or refund you. Okay? So let's just see what it says. Extra virgin olive oil, superior category olive oil obtained directly from olives and solely by mechanical means. Mechanical means. And this one is end of April 2027. So it's not giving you... From what I can see, there doesn't appear to be anything in it, anything else in it. Because like I said, I point out again, it says 100%. Okay, so I'll have to tell you what that tastes like, because later on my delicious babies, I'm going to be making, wait for it, this is not a cookery program. I'm going to be making vegan sausages. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, the only thing I had trouble getting was the rice paper, to seal it. But according to this recipe that I watched on YouTube, which I have saved, you do not have to use a rice paper. Okay, you can actually cook them or cook them two-way, without. Okay, but of course they require an awful lot of flipping ingredients, like walnut, uh, red splits, what do they call them? Lentils, pearl barley. I mean, there's a flipping awful lot that goes into this. Garlic, onion, chestnut mushrooms. That's the ones that give you the chewy, so as though you would feel like you're eating sausages, my delicious babies. But from what I can see of the video, it is a very long process. Anyway, my delicious babies, but they look absolutely, they are delicious. I mean, I was talking to a shop uh, employee at the shop, my delicious little babies, this morning, and I was saying that I was talking about like the blood. We were talking about the meat, and even he said the meat. He said I don't really like the meat anymore. He said it doesn't taste like meat. And I said, you're not the only one to say. I said, I've spoke to countless. And even now, my delicious babies, I know some who still like the meat or the joint. I only buy the meat. I mean, I feel so sorry for the beautiful little animals, you know what I mean? But that's just myself personally. But there'll be many more who feel the same as I do. But I only buy meat for my beautiful little babies, because they need to have well, I mean, do that. I suppose it's different. But anyway, the point is, so they have some chicky. I call it chicky. My delicious little babies. So they have some chicky. And so they have to have like little things like that. Do you see what I mean? My delicious little babies. But yes, and of course, to do with the blood, I was telling the shop employee, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I've been talking about blood for a long time now, delicious babies, you know what I mean? This isn't nothing new to myself. Anyway, my delicious babies, I'll get to the last part last. So I'm going to try this, because I do need olive oil in order to make me vegan sausages, my delicious babies. So, I just need to just try I think that's about 7 squids or something, you know what I mean? So it wasn't... well, I suppose it's a good quality. You will pay, won't you? But I did a little video on olive oils, and it appears that these big names are really not that big at all, my delicious little babies, you know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, I'll send it out to everybody in my dog and burn. Just let them know next time we go to try different oils. My delicious little babies. Now then, so the first one, my delicious babies. So yes, my video is a different way around, but like I said, I'll have to try and remember everything what I was talking about. So this upload, my delicious babies, happens to have 701,000 subscribers. Okay, these are all on YouTube, and this one is called Mark. So it's capital N, capital S, stash. That's what I wanted to say yesterday, my delicious babies, on the video. Stash the cash. You know what I mean, my delicious babies, yes. Of course, we also get, like in our dog and bones, where you got to clear the cache. Okay, my delicious babies, I'll just spell it for you, shall I? STACHE, Mark, stash the cash. Okay, and it just rhymes, that's all, my delicious little babies, just rhymes. The video should read, I ate 1 pound of potatoes, which we would otherwise know as spuds, a humble spud, every day for a week and lost 7 pounds. Okay, my herzlich babies. So it's just over 13-minute long, this video. That's not coding. I'll repeat that again for you. I ate 1 pound of potatoes every day for a week and lost 7 pounds. Yeah, this is again what I was talking to the shop employee about. My herzlich babies. I was talking about this, you see. And I said, yes. I said, so you see, it's not the spuds and it's not the starch. You know, oh, that's what it was, what I mentioned yesterday. Do you remember you used to buy spray starch? You know, because if you wanted to get those creases well in, you know, with the old shirts or skirts, you used to buy starch, didn't you, my little babies? It used to be very common. Yeah, it was in regular use decades ago. There we are, my little babies, yes. But of course, you know, that reminds me of Brill cream. Again, decades ago, my little babies, you know, it was well in use, wasn't it? Decades ago, yes. So, anyway, getting back to the humble spud. So, for myself, nobody will ever stop myself buying spuds. I happen, there we are, to, you know, whether you mash them, whether you smash them for mash, get smashed. I repeat that again, my delicious babies. What year was that advert? Okay, it's like those little robots. Nanny, you know, those. And it was an advert for mash, get smashed. It was all packet potato, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? I prefer the real thing myself, like olives, you know what I mean? If you're going to have something, you've got to have the real thing, haven't you? Not something out of a packet. Okay? My delicious babies anyway. So, what is it that I want to say? It's not the spud itself. So, say for example, if you're making, okay, I happen to love as much as creamy mash, whatever else, right? Spring onion mash. But I like to grate a little bit of cheese in it as well, you know, like a good quality cheese. And then, you know, you could put a bit of cream in, a bit of milk in, a bit of butter in, you know the drill, a bit of salt and white pepper. Some will put black pepper in. And chop up some, wash the spring onion, chop it up, and then just, you know, add it, put it back on the pan, and then you clearly have to mash it first. You already know that, Martin, babies, but once you've done all that, back on the pan, give it a good stir, and you've got lovely creamy mash. But like I say, I like a little bit of cheese in, man, you know what I mean? But I can eat it without. But what am I saying here? You see, the thing is, I mean, cream's good for you, butter's good for you. So regardless what one say, they're full of a shart. You know what I mean? My delicious babies. So if you've got the cream and you've got butter and, you know, things like this now then, which of course are all good for you, I'm personally not seeing anything wrong with that. If you've got a good quality cheese, I see nothing wrong with that either, my delicious babies. But for others, like these takeaways and these just eats, which I flipping cannot stand looking at, my delicious babies, all these, and they're becoming more and more, these bloody line flipping backs. They're 6 ka-ching for 1 hour, my delicious babies. There's about flipping 10 or 12 of them now down the road. This is, you know, so we've gone from the scooters, the electric scooters, to these now, my delicious babies. Have like a little, what do they call it? A little basket on the front. They're the same colour as my top, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? Anyway, well, that's, you know, enough to pay off anybody, isn't it? My delicious babies, it really is. Anyway, but if ones are happy riding round on them, well, they're happy. So you can see what the drill is. They're going from the scooters to the bikes. You know, they're seeing how, you know, they can sting others, isn't it? Okay? So, and of course, you know, we're seeing it in other countries, like our lovely Cyprus, you know, who's got the same problem. And if you do not have them, you have flipping mopeds. Mopeds here, mopeds there, mopeds fucking everywhere. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? It's enough to drive you crazy. But of course, you know, in our beautiful Cyprus, they've got one of these egg-shaped, like oval-shaped. Where do we see those, my delicious babies? Is it London or Manchester? Anyway, just thought I'd mention it, my delicious babies, anyway. poor Cyprus. I feel very sorry for them, especially with the built-up buildings now. It's like in a lot of different countries, it's taking away, the natural beauty of the country. Martyrs, babies, you know what I mean? But of course, with to whom it may concern, they really just do not like very nice things. It seems martyrs, babies, no. Anyway, bless all of our beautiful dear Cypriots and their country. Okay, martyrs, babies, yeah, you know, Greek love from our old England, martyrs, babies. Okay, now then, martyrs, babies. So yes, it's the oils, and for some things, some sauces that ones have, isn't it? That's what puts the weight on. Martyrs, babies. So if you're going to fry chips every day, and you're going to, go to a takeaway, and all you're going to do is just yam off and just eat crap, as I call it. It's not the spud itself, like I repeat again, it's the oils and everything that they use. That's the problem. And that's what's very enticing. Like when you can smell the, what did I call it? When you can smell the food. Well, like I said, you should be able to really smell it from a very long way away. And if you cannot, there's something wrong with that establishment. Anyway, my artistic babies. So it's interesting, for me just to drop that one in. Okay, my artistic babies. But of course, if we was to listen to everything that they say, we wouldn't eat anything, we wouldn't drink anything, my artistic babies, we would starve. Do you know what I mean? We would be stick thin. I'd rather be my size, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? Get a bit of meat on the bone, Anyway, my delicious babies is just a figure of speech, just the same, my delicious babies, anyway. Next one. This is all in capitals, 2 words together, real women, / real stories together. Okay, so the words are together, the 2 words together. So it's real women / real stories. I haven't advertised them for forever, actually. This uploader now happens to have 509,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's nearly an hour long. This is different clips of different to do with domestic violence, martyrs, babies. So this should read a must see, the faces of domestic violence. Okay, martyrs, babies, like to do with the old makeup. Like where, in fact, I actually saw a little, one of these little round makeup things down the road. So maybe somebody, there we are, did see or hear my video. Because after all, I've still got the boogies, you know what I mean? Martyrs, babies, anyway. So somebody, like I said, is always hearing and seeing, yes. Anyway, well, I hope that they're getting all this information, right? Now then, so that's what that's about. It's like when ones have, what's it called, with the bags under your eyes, like concealer and all that, So it conceals things, doesn't it, Martin? Babies, you know what I mean? So you cannot see the bruises. Okay, like I walked into a door or I fell down the stairs or something like this. It's very sad. I mean, I've known for decades, there's real bad severe cases of domestic violence, martyrdom, babies, and it's not very nice at all. I mean, if you're blessed to be able to get away from whoever it is, which of course martyrdom, babies could be a man or a woman, could swing either way. The fact of the matter is, martyrdom, babies, well, if you're blessed, you're blessed. You know what I mean? Cannot stand the heat, get out the damn kitchen. That's the old-fashioned saying, martyrdom, babies, but sometimes ones are not always that lucky. No, they are not. And when somebody says that they're going to kill you, and I knew a woman many, many, many years ago, decades ago, and she had to change the colour of her hair. So my ears just gone, that went clear then, and that went like that when I just said it. Okay, martyrdom, babies. Well, yeah, she had to change her hair colour, she had to change everything, because when her ex said he was going to kill her, I'm sorry to have to say it this way, martyrdom, babies, but let me tell you, he wasn't ramping. He was going to, there we are, to kill her. And she was terrified. She had to move and everything. So, yeah, I mean, it can be really, really bad, narcissistic babies. And, of course, what is this down to? It's down to bullying, in my view, and control. That is what this is down to, narcissistic babies. Nothing more and nothing less. That's what it is, simple things. You know what I mean? So when some, which you have heard over the decades, and there's plenty of videos, there's plenty of research on this to read up on, they say, oh, this happened to me when I was younger, or maybe they were not given enough attention. Sometimes they can be given too much attention, where they're becoming titled and spoiled. You know what I mean? I'm just giving my thoughts on how I see it. But there is no excuse, is there? Marzalistic babies, there is no excuse in being slap happy or box happy, is there? Marzalistic babies, there is no excuse for that at all. And really, ones, if they get themselves into that situation, but bless them, but they get themselves into this situation, they should really be able to read the signs. And, bless them, especially if they're a bit older. So that's not me being a bitch. But usually this reveals itself, there we are, very quickly. And of course, you've got that side of the domestic violence, but you've also got the verbal, where it comes out the trap. They just put you down, put you down, put you down, put you down, put you down to make you feel worthless. Then you've got the other type where, it's controlling what you wear, where you go, who you speak to. The list goes on and on. But bless anybody in that situation. There we are, my heart goes out. There we are to anybody in that situation, because it can be very putrid and it can be exceptionally vile. Okay? But like I say, this is all to do with, control and bullying, in my view. Okay? Now then, Mads Lishlik babies. So this other one here, 516,000 subscribers. Uploaders called Unfiltered, capital U, space, capital S, Stories. That's the upload, Mads Lishlik babies on YouTube, Unfiltered, space, Stories. This is just over 30-minute long. That's not a coding, Mads Lishlik babies, and the video should read: From victim to victorious, how Sandra Crockett reclaimed her life to where. Okay, Mads, Lishtik babes, I'll just repeat this once again for you very quickly. From victim to victorious, how Sandra Crockett reclaimed her life. Yes, so she found herself in a situation. This is, not me being nasty, Mads, Lishtik babies, but this is a typical example of what I've been discussing with your beautiful selves. You see, this one has actually completely disfigured that poor woman's face, Beatrice. My delicious little babies. So this is, in my view, not good at all. Okay, but she just explains, what was going on in her life, my delicious little babies. But there's all different reasons why ones are in the situation that they're in. Sometimes they feel as if somebody loves them, so if they say things or control them, that's love. No, it isn't love. One should be able to be free, not have somebody on a dog and bone, as another example. I have happened to go through that myself many decades ago. My artificial babies calling you like 30 times a fucking day, driving you fucking crazy, man. Do you know what I mean? Where are you? What are you doing? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. This is not good. This is not healthy. Or if they have to have you with them all the time. I've gone through that. There we are. Decades ago, my artificial babies. There we are. So I know all about that. Oh, yes, I do. You couldn't even flipping breathe shit or piss. You know what I mean? Without wanting to fucking know where you are. So I've gone through it, my delicious babies. It's not a very nice experience at all. And I was very young then. I was in my early 20s. You know what I mean? From 20 up. Do you know what I mean? So it's not very nice. Okay, my delicious babies, not at all. But the fact of the matter is that this goes on. Okay? So that's that video about the poor woman. But anyway, thankfully, she's still alive, bless her. Not all of them, very sadly, can come out the other end. But I say to anybody, if they know anybody who's of this type of personality or temperament or for whatever reason, as quick as you go in, there we are, it's as quick as you shoot back out. You know what I mean? Just figure of speech, my delicious babies, you know what I mean? Nobody should have to live their life like that, ever. okay? But of course, this is as well when they get ones when they're younger. There we are, when they get ones when they're younger as well. You know what I mean? That's how they like to mould them for some of these. You see what I mean? Okay? Or you have to look a certain way. You have to be a certain way. In some cases, my delicious babies, I've watched plenty on this over the decades where they've, ones, they say, oh, why don't you dye your hair this colour and why don't you do this? Do you know what I mean? But there's always, there we are, a hidden motive, there we are, behind it. Do you see what I mean? But if you meet somebody, you should like them the way that they look. So why do you want to change them? But again, bullying, there we are, and control. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? So my heart goes out to anybody, but I'll repeat again. If you know somebody, if it's not yourself, thankfully, but if you know somebody, please advise them. Please get out of the situation quick, smart. Because let me tell you, it's certainly not love, not at all. It's possession, it's possessive, it's all of the things now then that one should never have to live. Okay? But no, when somebody does that, that's not love. And when somebody, gives you a box or slaps you or something or whatever, that's not love. Not at all. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, finally, now this video here, my delicious babies, is only, 14 seconds long. So it's not long, my delicious babies, on YouTube. Please take a look. Should anybody happen to have any form of an interest in any of the videos that I mentioned today, or any other day for that matter, anyway, this upload happens to have 202,000 subscribers. Mind you, it may have gone up since yesterday. And this uploader is called Retire, capital R, space in little writing, or and then space, capital D. We don't like this word. We're seeing to hear an awful lot of it in recent years. Die, space, capital T, trying. So it's all spaces. I'll repeat the uploader again. Retire or die, da, two-way, because you can spell da another way, can't you, my delicious babies? D-Y-E. Yeah, see a lot of dye around the world, don't we, my delicious babies? I've had a problem. One of my beautiful little cerise bright pink bikini tops. Yeah, I don't know what it is with my skin or something, but it was starting to come up a bit pink. That's never happened before, my delicious babies, no? Don't know what's happened there. Anyway, my delicious babies, but yeah, you find a lot of dye goes into clothes. Anyway, I've known for decades about to do with clothes and to do with the poisoning. They just poison us with everything. What we have to do, my delicious little babies, is just that we all find a way to navigate. Do you know what I mean? Navigate around it. Now then, so this video should read, early warning signs of an abusive marriage. Yes, my delicious babies, I'm just going to repeat that again for you. Early warning signs of an abusive marriage. Yes, my delicious babies, now I'm going to close my book. Yeah, you can even get, that's just came into my noddle, workaholics. They're always working all the time. They get back, they're as grumpy as fuck. You know what I mean, my delicious babies? I'm not swearing at you, you know that, okay? But some days I'm in the mood to swear and other days I'm not. Just depends on my mood. But it doesn't matter. Today's a beautiful day. So I'll be out in the afternoon topping up my suntan because I love the sun and the sun loves me. Okay, my delicious babies now then. So what is it? Yeah. So they come back as mardy as anything. We call it, it's figure of speech. You've got a cob on. Yeah, oh, I've had a bad day at work, all this, all that, just want the meal on the table, again. You got your grumpy little effers now. Do you know what I mean? My delicious baby's never happy. Okay? So there's all sorts of different types of marriages, isn't there, my delicious little babies? Yes, but this one here, they're at the altar. And all that the poor woman does, and even when you look at her, it's not a very clear video, but even when you look at her, she doesn't look healthy to me. As if like she's maybe, there we are, on her nerves. You know what I mean? And all she does is go to talk to somebody, who's, when you get invited to a wedding. If I knew you were coming, I'd be how'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do? And all she did was that. And your man here, who she was supposed to be marrying, but I wish that You could have seen more of it, but it was only 14 seconds, Martin. He grabbed her like that now then. You know, if I was there, and I said this on my video yesterday because I tried to remember everything what I said, but I cannot remember everything. Martin, she's the babies, you know, I really try. I can be very trying sometimes, Martin, she's the babies, okay? In a nicest possible way, yes. Never needed to stumble there. Well, I would have stood up. I would have done. I wouldn't give a flipping toss. Who your man is there? I would have said, what are you marrying that piece of fucking shit for? There we are, that's what I would have said. And done saying it. Even if nobody else said it, I would have said it. And if the bride fall out with you, well, the bride falls out with you. You know, that's nothing unusual, is it? You know what I mean? Anybody knows. You know, over the decades, you can see somebody having a ding-dong, a couple having a ding-dong. You got to try and help, thinking that you're doing the right thing, Martin, dishes the babies, and then the flipping go against you. So we all know the drill. So, you know, you wouldn't get any thanks for saying it, but at the end of the day, you're only trying to help, aren't you? You know what I mean? But I tell you what, at that moment, and he exposed himself for everybody to see. At that moment, that would have been it. I tell you what, I would have got the ring, I would have flipping dished it in his flipping head, man. There we are. And I'm not a violent woman. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not inciting anything, man, but I would just dish it in his head. You know what I mean? Or get him to chew on the ring, isn't it? That's what I would have done. Do you know what I mean, Martin? In fact, I'm going to be honest, you would never ever see myself go through anything like that. Never in a million years, Martin, babies. Why she did it, we do not know, do we? Someone will say, oh, I have to get married, I have to do it. It's fear, isn't it? They're scared, they're terrified. You know, but no, because you've got a life of hell, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, finally, Martin, babies. So, I just got a bit of an itch. Now then, Martin, babies. So this is called Maple Crest. So this is going to be like part of the glaze. You know, because you need for that as well, for these vegan sausages. Miso, of course I got miso. And Marmite. You know, I'm a bit like Marmite. Aren't the Martin babies really love me or hate me? Anyway, Martin babies. So anyway, this here. So this part of the, you know, then you glaze it and then you can put it in the oven or fry them or whatever you want to do, okay? So that's the reason for the maple. Plus you can put this on cakes and different things. So this is Maple Crest. Delicious babies, okay? So usually ones will have, you know, over decades, they'll probably have them on waffles, you know, things like this, or pancakes. Okay, it clearly says this anyway. Well, we all know that anyway, don't we? And of course, you know, you watched all these films, you know, over the decades, delicious babies, you know, they always had a drizzle of something over their breakfast, didn't they, delicious babies? But this one here, this is made in Quebec, Canada. Okay, my delicious babies, and it's again, this is saying 100%, 100% my delicious babies. Why do I keep pointing out this 100%? Because, is it because to where that more and more and more now then, ones, there we are, mentioning all of this. If you was to go on YouTube and type in, you know, could be anything, you know, they're going to be exposing with everything. You see what I mean, man? Delicious babies. So decades ago, they could get away with, you know, selling everybody shots. But there we are. But now it's getting, there we are, and it is getting more difficult. Oh, that Waitrose driver also told me, man, delicious babies doesn't mean I just got an itch. That somebody who he knows. I said, I've seen a video like that as well on YouTube. I said, it could have been the same, you know what I mean? All of a sudden now, only from what the driver told me, there seems to be an uptake all of a sudden. I said, that's all of a sudden, isn't it? Of wool. But the video that I watched weeks ago, my delicious babies, I forgot where it was now. All of the wool was piled up, you know, inside the barn. Okay, so they couldn't sell it. But now all of a sudden, somebody's wanting the wool. There we are. Okay, my delicious babies, I just said, but you have to question. Why all of a sudden? Okay, my delicious baby, something's going on, isn't it? Yes, okay. But of course, I also mentioned, sorry, my delicious babies. Right, expertly harvested late in the season. Maple Crest is a pure maple syrup with a naturally unique flavour that will take your breakfast to the next level. In Quebec, Canada, it is also enjoyed in savoury meals and makes the perfect marinade for meat and fish, glaze for roasted vegetables, or in salad dressings. Okay, and that's pretty small writing for me to read, my delicious little babies, but I was just looking at the. Where's that? Pewdie or somewhere. Dublin. Okay, my delicious little babies, I'm just looking because I'm reading what's on the what's inside. You know what I mean? My delicious babies. Now smelling this one, that's very sweet, but it's quite sharp. It smells like wood as well. Okay, my delicious little babies. Of course, you get maple trees, don't you, my delicious babies? Anyway. But there's another maple, isn't there, my delicious babies? Is May and Co. Maple Co. No, Maple Co. Something like that, my delicious babies. Anyway, so that's the end of my video, my delicious babies. So wherever you are in, duck, duck, go, quack, quack, go, Maple and Co. Okay, my delicious babies. So wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, please have a super duper delicious time. You want to get one love, my little honey bunnies. Sending peace, love, harmony, and bright blessings to each and every one of you. May your beautiful little souls and your beautiful little families, may you all be fully protected. How I love you so, that doesn't mean no. I've just got really, I never used to suffer with, like really itchy nose, but lately, anyway, my delicious little babies. And finally, what I meant to mention, Trouble Trump. Well, I'm noticing that he's looking a lot more tired these days, my delicious babies. Mind you, it's a far cry, isn't it, from 2021? Wouldn't you say, my delicious babies? Yes. Seems to that we all look different these days. The daddy of the vax, as he likes to be remembered. You know what I mean, Marty little babies, yes. I just think he looks more tired these days. Anyway, Marty little babies, so very much love to you all, okay? Please look after yourselves now then, and please try to take care of others, okay? I'm going to try my best not to interrupt this video now, just let it upload, okay? But it could take hours upon hours upon hours. I just do not know yet. But, one last thing. Just down the road here, just by the little bushes, okay, and the grass, Marty little babies, there's this, like this drain thing. So I took another shorty video, but that one's gone into the Dropbox of my videos, like this one to you all today, my little beautifuls. They're very selective, aren't they? Sometimes they go in the other Dropbox, which is for your shorty videos, okay? And then other times they go into the other Dropbox. They're quite selective, aren't they, my delicious babies, anyway? So yeah, please take care of yourselves now then, my delicious babies, and please try to take care of others, sending peace, love, harmony, bright blessings and full protection to each and every one of you. How I love you all so. Till my next video, take care. Please enjoy wherever you are. Love you. Goodbye. Thank you for listening, for any likes, for any views, and the occasional comments. Love you. Goodbye.